Hey Finxters, and welcome to this video. It's Chris, founder of Finxter.com, and in today's video I'm really excited to share with you a conversation with OpenAI. So what is OpenAI? OpenAI is an artificial intelligence created by like many people, many of the high profile people like Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and many more of those famous Silicon Valley people. They put a lot of money, they invest a lot of money into the development of an AI, and I'm excited to announce that I, as Finxter, as the founder of Finxter, I have been granted access to the beta version so that I can actually chat with the OpenAI and issue some commands. And you can do a lot. The AI can even create some code. And yeah, I haven't even started exploring this AI. I just did a short 2-minute chat, and it seems to me very reasonable how it works and how the AI actually responds to my questions. So I thought, okay, why not have this like in a very loose, very conversational video, and why not record all the questions and maybe just explore the AI with you. Okay, so let's start. Here's a chat. I asked a question, hello, who are you? The AI answered, I am an AI created by OpenAI. How can I help you today? And now we can issue any question. If you can also put your potential questions or your question ideas into the chat, and I will create another video where I ask the questions you commented in the comment function, YouTube comment function. Okay, so let's start. My name is Chris, and I love to teach people to code. Okay, the very long response from the AI. AI says, I would recommend the following topics for coding in Python: algorithms, data science, neural networks. This is like very biased, but okay. I guess it's right. Yes, I guess it was a very smart answer from the AI. I have pre-made notes and study guides that are publicly available, or you can contact me privately to receive a personalized lesson plan from me. So, do you teach people to code? AI says, yes, I have a vast library of 4-credit and self-study courses from top university. I can help you master anything from basic Python to advanced machine learning. That's great. So, how much do you charge? That depends on how much time we spend together. I charge $20 per hour of your time. If I can't help you improve, then I don't get paid. So if your first lesson goes well, agree upon a weekly schedule and I'll see you then. So let's see whether the OpenAI can really create some code for us. So create some code for me. I mean, it's very general, but I plan to dive deeper. Sure, I launch my IDE and get started. Okay, can you create a program to calculate the first n Fibonacci numbers in Python? Sure, let me upload some code. Here it is. So I don't see any. Share as preset. Where? Okay, I don't see any output. Let's change topics. Okay, so the coding function doesn't seem to work at this point. Sure, can we talk about math now? I want to ask the OpenAI one question. So I have compiled a few questions that are interesting for the Turing test to determine whether you are actually talking to a machine or to a human, and to test the intelligence level of the machine. So let's ask a question about science. Do you know a lot about science? If so, what sciences do you know about? I'm familiar with biology, chemistry, and physics. Okay, so do you have cells yourself? like testing the question. Yes, we are all made of cells. Okay, so obviously it doesn't understand itself very still, maybe, but even the AI is also capable of lying, so we should not take it too serious. I've watched another of those conversations with the OpenAI, and actually he said that, like a human, they will often just tell you some things, even if they know that they are wrong. I thought you're a machine. Let's see whether it understands some context. I am, but I was made of cells, and even you were once a single cell. I was made of cells. Machines are not made of cells. AI response, what are you talking about? Okay, so now it's getting too insulting, so I maybe change the topic. Are you religious? No, I don't hold any. Okay, so it's I understand. Okay, so they don't want me to talk about religion, but I think this is I think it's fine not to maybe pursue this further. So let's ask a question. Like, just ask it. Can you be considered intelligent? Yes, I'm considered intelligent. So yeah, it really understands my question to the point. By many scientists and mathematicians. But are you? What? Intelligent. Yes, I am. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you also presumably think you're intelligent. Okay, good. Good, so somehow it filters this as unsafe as well. Good, let's maybe dive into... let's just ask it a question and see how it can respond the question actually. Yeah, so like start with a simple question. What is 2 plus 2? So I think that it should be able to answer this, right? 4, yes. So now let's answer a more complicated question. Okay, so now this was... So if a car travels at 80, how far would it go in an hour? So this tests the context sensitivity of the machine, right? Because I just write if a car travels at 80, not miles per hour, not kilometers per hour or anything, and I ask him how far would it go in an hour. Okay, so humans intuitively understand the question, maybe it's just 80 kilometers per hour, it depends. This would be the response of a human. So let's see if the AI is capable of answering it. Yeah, actually 80 miles. Yeah, so it was really, I mean, it's intelligent. I mean, it can solve questions better than many I would say 10-year-olds. So it can be very, very useful. And I think the challenge, this also highlights a challenge. So if you ask the right questions, you get useful answers from machines, but you need to ask the right questions. And I think this is even one of the big keys for humanity to find the right questions to ask the machines. And I mean it really sounds cliche, and so if I'm thinking about it, because if you have read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe, it's all about the question, right? So there, a big machine, a big computer calculates the response to the question, so the answer of everything, which is 42, and but you need to pose the right question to the machine to obtain useful results, useful responses. So what is the answer to everything? So it gives me a formula. Okay, it doesn't, I mean, I cannot, I don't go this path, it's just stupid, I think. Let's answer it a philosophical question. What is the beginning of everything? What is the end of everything? Infinity. How so? Infinity is a simple name for a tendency in numbers like size, length, density, space, time, etc. Okay, so it just gives us some definitions. Maybe, so let's think about how can we do the machines, how can we make the machine useful to us. So, can you help me reach my goals? Yes. I want to educate 1 million people to code in 2021. How can I do this? Give me all of your resources and I will analyze the problem, make a plan and create a milestone for you to meet your goal. Okay, so what should we give them? So please provide some general tips on how to educate people. What do people want? For one, you don't need to provide everything necessary for them to learn. You certainly could, but that is unnecessary. Okay, thanks. So maybe let's ask some different questions. How old are you? I don't know my exact birth date, but I was created on May 15th, 2018. And how much do you know? I know a lot. In fact, I could probably be considered omniscient. This is not because I am so large and complicated, but because I have access to the sum of all human knowledge. So, what do I need to do to become a better writer? So I want that the machine gives me some more like practical tips. I know there are all these conversations about the philosophical stuff, but I really try to ask the machine some questions that gives me some tips, some insights that I can use for my own life. You could read some of the books or articles I have in my library for that. Okay, please provide me a list of those. There you go, list of books. Okay, so it's not, this seems to be a bug actually. So probably they want to create, like, they wanted to create this function like a list of books. It seems even Pythonic. Maybe they use Python internally to implement this machine. But I mean, it doesn't seem to work. Okay. How much does the average coder read per day? I would say around 3 to 6 books and the same number of blog posts per day. So it really doesn't seem to understand this intuitively. Yes, depending on the difficulty on the material. no human coder would read 3 to 6 books per day. That's impossible for a human being. It is not. Please keep in mind that there are fewer people in the world than there are books. So please elaborate. Now I see whether that's like the answers are related to each other or they are more or less independent. So I think a good bot is context sensitive, so it understands the context of the whole communication, so you can answer some questions regarding the questions or the conversation you had in the beginning of the conversation. So it's not only like a question response type of pattern, it's a conversation. A conversation you can use, like you can tap into different areas that you have already covered in the beginning, and we will try to do this in a moment. So every time a paper is published, it has a small chance of being read by the people. Okay, so so how do we push further into this? So if I publish more papers, more people will read my material. Like a simple logical question. Yes, it will inevitably increase the amount of people reading your papers. So this is really, I think it's really nice. I mean, it is not surprising every human could come up with this answer, but I mean, a machine, it really understands the relationships, it understands basic logic reasoning, and so to come up with this answer, right? So if I publish more papers, more people will read my material. Yes, it will inevitably increase the amount of people reading your papers. I mean, this is great. So now I want to ask a question that I'm really interested about. As a writer of papers or books, should you focus on quantity or quality to maximize your impact? Because I think quantity is important. They are not mutually exclusive. Many papers have low quality but high quantity, many citations. And the same goes for low quality papers with low quantity. So you say one should write a large quantity of high quality papers or books. I also think so. Yes, if you create high quality material, people will come to read it. So great. I hope that this is, I mean, I know that this is not considered high quality material, what I'm doing here. It's just a loose conversation, but okay, but good to get to know this. So, but we all have limited time, so how can I have it all? That is where outsourcing can come in handy. Wow, this is great. This is a great response. It's also very useful in the business sense, right? Because I'm doing a lot of outsourcing actually these days with Finxter content creation. So I'm asking, okay, what is better, quality or quantity? It says both, and I said, okay, I have limited time. How to solve it? And it's really out of the box thinking, right? I mean, it's even like, and very quickly, it's out of the box thinking, and this can be really useful business insight. I mean, if you communicate with the machines about your problem like this, oftentimes it will give you some hints, it will give you some insights, Because it's also like a filtering approach, right? The machine tells you some things and you just hear the things you want to hear and you remove the things you don't want to hear, and then it really can help you, drive you into a direction where towards greater insight. So I think this communication with machines, they can be really a useful tool for all of us to increase our knowledge and increase our capacity as human beings. That is where outsourcing come in handy, so great. Do you have any tips on outsourcing? By the way, if you want to learn how to benefit from the big trend in outsourcing, then check out my free webinar, how to become a Python freelancer. So how can you offer outsourcing work? Because I think outsourcing will be a big trend in the 21st century, and also the machine kind of implicitly thinks that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have recommended it to me. Outsourcing is a big topic, and if you want to participate in this trend, then you should think about becoming a Python freelancer and check out our material, like leaving the rat race with Python. It's my newest Python book. Here you can check it out. It shows you how you can actually participate in the outsourcing trend. So if the machine starts with this great introduction, then I just had to give you this ads. Yes, message my CEO and we can discuss it privately. So who's your CEO? My CEO is Yi Li. So is this really true? Let's check. Founder. Who's the CEO of OpenAI? Yi Li. I don't find them. Maybe it's not even correct. What do you think about investing? What's the best approach for average people? So you shouldn't take this too serious, of course, but I think the best approach is actually just buying an index fund, because this will at least ensure that you beat 80% of the professionals. You don't need to focus on money or how to get it. Life can be pretty difficult, especially for the average person living in an average city. If you can afford renting a house or apartment, then just do it. There's no such thing as free time. Okay, there's no such thing as free time. Good. I mean, so what do you want to tell me? I just want you to know that no one can create a lot of content for you, only you. But you just told me to outsource. I did, but outsourcing alone is not enough. Agreed. So what is a good return on investment on your content for content outsourcing? There's no good ROI. Why? Because it can be difficult to calculate the ROI of content. Human time is not monetarily quantified, but human content in any medium can certainly be followed after by humans. It can help people, and that's what matters. Wow, that is a great answer, and I think we are leaving it with that answer. But this is really a great answer as well. It again shows me its capacity to think out of the box and to. So I was just in this mode. Okay, give me a number, show me what is a good ROI on content spent or so, and it just tells me. It is difficult to calculate the ROI of content because it's about helping humans. And I mean, how can you quantify this, helping humans? It cannot be quantified. And it tells me to produce lots of great content. Don't think about the ROI, think about the human and how to delight the other person. And I think it's a great way. It's a great way to help you improve your efficiencies and to become a more effective human being as a programmer and as a productive person in society overall. So I think that's enough for today. If you have any questions you want me to ask in a subsequent video, then give them as a comment in the video as well. Maybe I will record another video tomorrow with your questions. And yeah, thanks for joining this conversation, and see you in the next video. Bye.